Hello everyone. Welcome back. Today we are starting a very important chapter called Confronting Marginalization. This chapter teaches us something powerful. Even if some groups are treated unfairly, they can still fight for justice using the Constitution of India. So let's begin part 1. Before we start, let's think about real life. Have you ever seen someone being left out of a group? Or treated unfairly? Or not given equal chances? Now think, why does this happen? Today we will learn how people fight such unfair treatment in society, especially using laws and rights. Great thinking! Now let's see what we will learn today. By the end of this lesson you will be able to explain marginalization, identify marginalized groups in India, understand how fundamental rights protect equality, learn Article 17 and Article 15, understand how schemes, scholarships and reservation help in social justice. So let's start step by step. Now, here's the main idea of this chapter. In every society, some groups face inequality and discrimination. Sometimes they feel powerless, but they do not stay silent. They have fought, protested, struggled. And remember, there is no single way to fight marginalization. Different situations need different methods. Now you may ask, who are these marginalized groups? This chapter mainly discusses the struggles of Adivasis, Dalits, Muslims, women, and other marginal groups. They demand equal rights because they are not outsiders. They are citizens of a democracy. Here comes the most powerful message of this chapter. Marginalized groups say, we are citizens of India. We have equal rights. Our rights must be respected. And where do they look for support? They look towards the Constitution of India. Now let's understand why the Constitution is so important. The Constitution lays down the principles of democracy, includes fundamental rights, gives rights equally to all Indians. So when injustice happens, marginalized groups use the Constitution as a shield. It becomes their strongest support to fight unfair treatment. Now comes a very interesting point. Marginalized groups use fundamental rights in two main ways. 1. They insist on their rights. Right arrow, this forces the government to accept that injustice is happening. 2. They demand enforcement. Right arrow, they want the government to properly implement laws. And sometimes, when people struggle strongly, it even leads to new laws being made. Now we come to a very important law, Article 17. Article 17 says, untouchability has been abolished. That means, no one can stop Dalits from studying, entering temples, using public facilities like water taps, roads, schools, buses, etc. And the most important point is, untouchability is not only wrong, it is now a punishable crime. Now let's go to another powerful right, Article 15. Article 15 says, no citizen shall be discriminated against on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. So if someone is treated unfairly because of these reasons, they can demand justice using Article 15. Dalits have used this article to demand equality where it was denied. Now let's listen to a powerful voice, Soirabai, a Dalit poet. She questions the idea of purity and impurity. She says, every human is born the same way. So no one is naturally pure or impure. Pollution is not from work. It comes from people's thoughts and beliefs. This poem strongly challenges caste discrimination. It teaches us that discrimination is not natural. It is created by society. Now let's connect this to real life. Dalits can invoke fundamental rights when treated badly by a person or community, denied dignity, treated unfairly even by the government. Then they demand, follow the Constitution and give us justice. So rights are not just words in a book. They are tools to fight for dignity. Now, it is not only Dalits who use fundamental rights. Other minority groups also use them. They use a freedom of religion, a cultural and educational rights. For example, Muslims and Parsis have the right to protect their culture, decide how it should be preserved. This ensures cultural justice so their culture is not dominated by the majority. Now let's understand something important. The government makes laws to protect all citizens. But for marginalized groups, it also creates specific laws, policies, schemes. These policies are often made after a committees, surveys, a special government planning. So the government tries to create extra support where people have been treated unfairly for a long time. Now let's talk about government schemes. To implement the Constitution properly, both state and central governments create schemes. Example: free or subsidized hostels for Dalit and Adivasi students. This helps them access education facilities not available locally. The goal is simple: more equal access to development. Now we come to one of the most important policies, the reservation policy. Why is it important? Because for centuries, some sections were denied opportunities. They were not allowed to learn or develop skills. So in a democracy, the government must support them. Reservation provides seats in education, government jobs. It is meant to reduce inequality and give equal chances. Now you may wonder, how does reservation actually work? States and the central government keep official lists of scheduled castes, so it's scheduled tribes, a backward and most backward castes. Students or candidates show proof using certificates. If their caste or tribe is on the list, right arrow, they can get reservation benefits. So reservation works through a proper system and official documents. Now let's talk about college admissions, especially professional colleges. The government sets cutoff marks. That means, not all candidates qualify. Only those above the cutoff can get admission. But along with this, the government also provides special scholarships. This helps students continue their education and reduce financial burden. Before we end, let's quickly recap what we learned today. In part 1, we learned marginalized groups face inequality. They use the Constitution for justice. Fundamental rights help fight discrimination. Article 17 abolishes untouchability. Article 15 bans discrimination. A government supports social justice through schemes, reservation, scholarships. So the Constitution is not just a book. It is a powerful tool for equality. Now it's your turn. Answer these questions in one line each. 1. What does Article 17 say? 2. Name any 3 bases of discrimination mentioned in Article 15. 3. Why does the government provide reservations? Write your answers in the comment box. That's it for now. Thank you.